Mary.
and Amma.
Be much better like,
Share
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance the other way.
Yes.
And forgive us if you guys hear the fan. It is hot as hell. Our electricity is out.
Yes.
There's a blackout currently, and we're using our generator, so we can't go outside. So we have to be inside with the fan.
Right, because we're outside, you really wouldn't hear us.
Yeah.
Because of the generator.
Yes. But
So we're gonna talk very loud.
so you guys can hear us.
Yes.
But we're gonna go ahead and go on 90 Day Fiance.
The
Nicole
other way.
and Muhammad.
Mahmoud.
You know, whatever his name is. At this point, he's just aggravating. Because my thing is, it is unfair. Because my thing is also, Muslims do not cover because, oh, I am married and I have to keep my body covered up for my husband. Like, I feel like they get confused. Like, women cover up for men. That's not why you cover. So him giving that, the reason why he does he wants her to cover is because you're my wife and I don't want you to look sexy.
And this is how it looks in Egypt.
It's
and
not
then,
for
yes.
you though. It's actually for the sake of Allah.
Yes. Yes.
It's
yes.
like God says it.
Allah meaning God.
Yes. So we're not covering for you because you feel like we're too sexy and you don't want people to be looking at our bodies. It has nothing to do with you. That's why I have an issue. Like, if any man ever came to me and was like, I expect you to cover, you will never hear from me again. You will never even sniff my dust.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a red flag. That's not why women cover. No.
Because he'll be the best speak.
Yes. You know, so it's just a mess.
I felt like he was.
You're my woman, I love you, your body. It's too important. It's too important, so you must cover.
And other men will find you sexy. This woman is covered to here, totally covered, has like a turtleneck, pants, and a jacket.
You know what it's giving?
Like,
it's giving that I'm a man and I cannot control my eyes or my emotions or my lower loins. So I need a woman to cover herself up because I can't control myself. That's what it's giving.
Yeah. Because when he says other men will look at you and think you're sexy, it made me think, is he talking about himself? Does he look at other women and find them sexy?
So you have no self-control. So you can't actually look at a woman and not go to a gutter place. Like, you have to sexualize her. That's what it's giving. And that's how you sound.
And then, but in the Quran, right, you're supposed to
lower your gaze.
So you're not following that, right? Because when he says that, I was like, how do you just say something like that? You know? I mean,
I could go and be like, I want you to cover as a man because I don't want women looking at you and thinking you're sexy. We could go there all day, but you wouldn't dare want a woman to tell you to cover. But you think it's okay for you to tell your woman to cover. It's a red flag for me when a man tells me that he wants a woman that covers or that he expects me to cover. First of all, I don't do it for you. If I'm in a place in my life where I actually don't want to wear my hijab, then that's my choice. That's my choice. It has nothing to do with you.
Really
I think it's odd when a man gets involved in a woman's dress. Like you own her. Please go sit yourself down.
I have a problem with that because this is one aspect of the religion, but then I'm thinking about
it's almost like 4 or 5% of the religion, for real.
The thing is, the other thing too though is you're not following because obviously you're there, your eyes are all open all over the place, looking everywhere, but he kept on looking all over the place while he was walking with her from the airport. He stayed doing this, and I'm like, where's the lower the gaze stuff?
And he's not even acting like a Muslim. Because the thing is, God never says that men are the ones who are supposed to are supposed to like watch over how a woman dresses or supposed to control what she wears or how she wears it. God didn't put that in the Quran. So for you to basically, yes, you are forcing her. Talking about, I'm not forcing you. I'm not forcing you. Yes, you are forcing me because as soon as I come, you're telling me to button on my jacket because maybe my pants are too tight and my crotch is showing. But I'm wearing pants though.
Anyway, the top seemed to be a long top, but the covers her crotch.
She is literally suffocated by the turtleneck.
And she has pants on. It was just so inappropriate, I think, for him to do that. And what is sad is that when she was talking to her parents of how she became Muslim, she told them, I didn't become Muslim because of him. I read the Quran, and this is how she became Muslim.
Yeah.
Now you're there.
Ruining it.
This walk she's walking with Allah, you have to leave it for her to do that walk with him. But now you want to put your own stuff. And when he explained, well, the reason why it's not even talking about Quran, he says it's really about
How I grew up.
I grew up and the women are covered,
Which
and
I'm
then
sure
I
is
don't
a
want someone
cultural
to.
thing.
Yeah,
But
I
then
don't
you
want-
should have married someone within your own damn culture. How about that? So my thing is, I feel like he is really actually ruining the religion for her.
I think so.
Me personally, like my own like covering journey, like
Yeah.
I didn't grow up covering. Like
Right.
after 9/11, you stopped covering just because dad didn't want to go to jail because
Right.
you were being attacked in the streets,
I
right?
was, yeah.
So we didn't grow up wearing like hijab or whatever.
Yeah.
I actually started wearing hijab once I came back from college and I was really into it. But then I stopped when I came to Africa because it's so hot. You know what I'm saying? But it's
People
not
in the
like I
neighborhood
don't pray my
static.
5 daily prayers or whatever the case may be. It's a journey. But it's not, you being Muslim does, it's not all about what you wear. It's
Yeah.
really about your spirituality.
Yeah.
And I feel like he needs to be focusing
What's
on
going
that.
on the inside.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I feel as though it's a, my mom always used to say this, that religion is a very personal thing.
Absolutely.
And I actually believe that 100%. It's
Absolutely.
a personal thing. When
Yeah.
I stopped wearing hijab, which was very hard for me because I had come to wear hijab
Yeah.
on my own, right?
Right.
And for the love of Allah. And so it was so hard for me when their dad told me, really pleaded with me not to wear it.
Yeah.
It took me 2 months.
Yeah.
And after I stopped wearing it, I stayed in the house for another 2 months
Yeah.
because I felt naked without it.
Yeah.
But I could understand what their father was saying, because when I went out with the kids and they were, I had 2 under 2, people were spitting at me
And throwing
and
tomato
throwing
cans.
trash.
Tomato cans, like
Yeah.
metal cans with us in the
Yeah.
in the car seat.
But also just trash.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
not the car seat, but what is it, that stroller?
The stroller, the 2-seat stroller. And it was just like, okay. And he was just like, I don't want to go to jail, but if they didn't do that again, it's on. So, I stayed away for a while, but it took me so long, and I cried, and I was so emotional about that. And that's how I got out of putting on the hijab. And
Even
I
when I
haven't put
took
it on
mine off-
since, except if it's, during the month of Ramadan, I'll wear it, or during, going to the mosque or something like that.
Even when I
Right.
took my hijab off when I came here, because it was
Right.
like, it's so
'Cause you had
hot.
started
Like,
wearing
I
it,
actually
yeah.
was wearing it, like, I
You
wasn't
had.
wearing it perfectly or whatever.
But you
But
were wearing it
I
all the
was
time.
really conflicted. I was like, do
Yeah.
I not, do I not? And,
Look, you
even
had
when
been
I
wearing
first
it for
came,
like
like,
a year.
yeah, I was
before we
wearing it for
came,
about
yeah.
a year, but then it's just like I started feeling like when I first came here, I almost felt naked without it.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm kind of like okay with it
Yeah.
now, but I mean, it's a very personal thing.
It really is.
It's not easy when you put it on, and sometimes it's even harder when you take it off, especially when you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
But me personally,
And you
I
do it
love
for
the
love.
fact.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you do it for the love of Allah.
Yes.
But what I loved about my upbringing is that you never forced the hijab on me. Like
No.
you always said your path to Allah is your own, and I want you to come to it. Like I'm not going to come and force you to pray.
Yeah.
And for me, that was awesome because I mean she always reminded me of Allah, but I was able to come to it on my own,
Yeah.
and I actually appreciated it much more than you forcing me
Yeah.
to do it, which you never did.
Yeah.
But like now, when I pray or whenever I connect with Allah, I'm actually so happy that I do it on a daily basis because I am actually so much calmer. I
Yeah.
realize that not everything
Yeah.
is like a tumultuous thing. I feel
Yeah.
like everything's more peaceful, and I just let go and I give it to Allah.
And you are a lot very peaceful. If I told you that
Yeah.
I see that. And so I will always invite my kids to pray. When I'm getting ready to
Yeah,
pray, I'm like,
absolutely.
you guys want to pray? I'm praying.
Even during the month
Sometimes
of
they
Ramadan,
come,
you never
sometimes they
forced
don't.
us, but whenever you would fast, we'd be like, well, mommy's fasting, well, let's go fast.
Yes.
Even if it's for one day.
Yes,
But I mean, now
want
we've
them
done
to
it.
do at least one day.
Yeah.
of a fast.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's everybody's journey to go
It
to
is.
Allah. Like, it's
It
an
is,
up
I
and
think.
down journey, but it's not supposed to be dictated by someone who is just as flawed as you, if not more.
If not more.
So-
Especially since you have Islam for your whole life.
And this is how you
But
act.
yet your eyeballs are everywhere. These eyeballs were just, I don't know who you look at. You look at the men and you look at the women, like what's going on?
My thing is, he should have married somebody. If you were going to marry an American, you should have actually put in your head, she may never actually cover in her life.
I know.
And I have to be okay with that because this is who I want.
Because she wasn't
If it
even
was
Muslim when you met her.
Exactly.
So if she had not converted, you still would have married her, but then you want to impose this on her, and she's not even Muslim.
Yeah.
Like, I have a problem with Muslim men who marry non-Muslim women
Yeah.
and then want to impose their Muslim stuff on those women. I got a big problem with that.
But then you want to say that you knew who I was when I met you. Well, you knew who I was when you met me. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, if it was so important to you,
You should have married
if
your own
religion was
person.
so important to you, and you wanted the person to be doing Ramadan and praying with you and all this stuff, go marry a Muslim. There are a lot of them out there.
Exactly.
That's the issue that I have.
I know.
Or you come from a certain culture, like Rishi.
Yeah.
You come from India. You know how your people are over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you bring this woman, and now you're not telling the family. You're lying to the family.
She's moving to.
You need her to wear some Indian outfit. Why didn't you just marry an Indian woman? It just pisses me off.
It's
just marry your own people.
It's like
it's such a big deal. But your butt is out there on these social dating streets.
Mm-hmm.
Probably they're
like
looking at the women who have their bikinis and all that stuff. Because aren't they going through the photos to find these women?
Yep.
You're on a site that's not even an Islamic site, dating site. Have your eyes all on these women, whether they got clothes or not. Yeah. And then you bring one of them in. She accepts Islam not because of you, but because of her study of it.
Yeah.
Leave her to have this journey on her own.
It's not
and
fair.
If not, leave her the hell alone so she can go find an amazing Muslim man who is spiritually intact. Because you
are not.
No.
Not at all. I don't know what this
not
is where my religion is more focused on policing women than to actually follow the actual Quran. That's what it looks like you're practicing.
One thing about Muslims, right, we believe there's no God but Allah, and then that Muhammad is his messenger, right? And we also have to follow the ways of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Well, where is that? She just arrived. Look how disrespectful you were. Look how unwelcoming you are. You're not even following no Prophet Muhammad. No, you're not.
And then there was also a story about the Prophet where there was actually this man who was an alcoholic.
Yes, that's
and he will come drunk as hell to the mosque.
Yes.
The Muslim brother said, just put your drink out there, but you will come inside and pray.
At first, they didn't want him to come inside, but the Prophet was there, peace and blessings be upon him.
Right.
But Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, no, come on. Let him come and pray with us.
Exactly.
As drunk as he was. And he will leave the mosque and pick up the alcohol and be on his way.
And he let him do that for several different times. Until one day he came sober. You have to let people be on their own journey to Allah by themselves. You can't put your judgment or your flaws on someone else. That's why I have an issue with people who sit down here on they're here in this religion, they decide to sit on some high horse like you're on Allah yourself and decide to judge somebody.
But themselves.
Exactly. And you think you have the nerve and the audacity to judge somebody. It's wrong. You should not judge anybody who is on their journey to Allah. It's their journey. It's between them and Allah. You have no right to tell her what she should and should not wear. I'm sure God will be much more pleased if she's focusing on her spirituality. And if the dressing comes next, then awesome. And even if it doesn't, as long as you focus on being a good person and following following Allah and the Prophet, that's what matters.
That's what matters.
Yes, he does require it, but it's not it's not like one of those sins that is obscene in his eyes. It's not even a sin not to wear it.
And he doesn't say
it's not a sin. He doesn't say that you're not wearing your hijab is a sin.
Exactly.
So she's not sinning.
Yes.
So
he
it's
does
ridiculous.
talk about those obscene sins.
Yes.
And not wearing the hijab is not one of them.
No.
And the other thing in the Quran, Allah says that He makes Muslims.
Right.
He makes Muslims, not you. We need to try to get out of the path of Allah. We need to stop treading on His path.
Well, trying to take His job.
That's what I'm saying. Allah says He makes Muslims. I mean, even if she comes today and she covers and she doesn't believe and you've moved her away from Allah, then what? Then that's just a hypocrite in your midst.
She's wearing the hijab, but she's not praying. Matter of fact, she starts cursing God, and then she doesn't respond. She doesn't celebrate Ramadan and Eid. Would that be better? At least she's covering them.
Or she just pretends with you. At some point, it's not
going to work.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. So,
Nicole, get the
yes.
hell out. If I were you, I would get out. Because
Yeah,
that man ain't changing.
I
He's
don't
in
think
a
so.
culture where they basically let men police the women. That's what it's seeming
This
like.
man does not even look like he likes her anymore. He
I
looks
don't think
like
he ever liked her. I think
like
he,
what you said. It looks like this man, Mahmoud, has found somebody else.
probably.
I don't think he wants Nicole.
He looks
He
irritated.
wants Nicole. Yes.
He looks he looks
And
like
not
that
because
guy
of
the
any
way.
hijab. He's just irritated by her presence. It's like she's a nuisance in his life now. I think he
Absolutely.
was hoping that she just will go away so that he can be, because he's been out there in these streets for a minute.
Hello.
Okay? You have been out of that in the streets, Mahmoud. Because how did you find Nicole? You found her on a dating site, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that means you were there scrolling, admiring the women, getting your kicks that way. And
Yeah.
what else have you been watching? Like,
Yeah.
miss me with
This
your
man is
foolishness,
not
but it just pisses me off.
is not practicing Islam. He's practicing how to police women,
No.
and it's disgusting as far as I'm
Absolutely not.
concerned.
I think, you know something, maybe he even went for a foreign woman because his brother has a Chinese wife. That could have been why he even decided to go for a foreign woman. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you, and so to me, you see, the brother's married to a Chinese woman, right?
Right.
But in the Asian culture, it's different. You know, they are very like traditional.
Very
They're-
traditional. The
they're
women
kind of-
listen to the men.
They listen to the men.
They kind of they
So,
respect it. American.
It's a totally different culture.
Yeah.
So I think coming from China, she was able to assimilate easier
Yeah.
in Egypt or Morocco. Where is this man from? Hold on. Let me see
My
where
thing
he's
is,
from.
American women, we have our independence. We
Yeah.
have our own thought process. A lot of us have had to be the strong.
Egypt. She's from Egypt.
A
yeah.
lot of us have had to be the strong women who
Yes.
also take on these masculine roles.
Yes.
Because most of the men in America aren't doing their job.
I would
Where
say
in
most
other
of the
co-
men,
well,
but
there's a solid-
some of
there's
them
a-
are not, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are not.
But in other countries, like here in Africa, all the men know you have got to be working. You have to have your stuff together
Yeah.
probably by like 24, 25.
Yeah.
Like there's somebody
They really
that we
do.
know who is working several jobs. He doesn't even have time to go to the movies.
No.
Like he actually works
Right.
and he's like, I am about to pay off my car, and I think he's like 26, and next thing you know he's trying to build a home. The man is 24, 25, and he knows
So
he
he
has
can
to
get
go
married in
and
a
get
couple of
married
years.
in a couple of years. So around the world, men know that they have to do man things.
Yeah.
In America, it's a little different. Everybody's
It's
doing
a
their
different
own
culture.
thing. Some men are sitting down like their women don't want to work. Just like that dust ball that we still have to talk about, who has 3 white women. He's one black man who has decided to sit down at
boy.
home and be a trophy husband.
Oh boy.
That is America.
Yeah.
So it's different.
It is different.
So you cannot expect an American woman to sit down and be like, I'm going to cow out
No.
to you and I'm going to listen to
Not an
everything you're
American
saying
woman.
and all that. It's just not.
And that's what I actually love about American women.
I think it's a
They have-
beautiful
it is a
thing
beautiful
because
thing.
the thing is you also have your own independence, you have your own mind,
Exactly.
and you make your own rules and stuff,
Exactly.
and you have that independence.
You
But I
do.
think American women were trying to learn how to be softer
To step it,
and
take a
to
step
learn
back.
how to trust men. But
Yes.
really, that comes from men actually doing their parts as men. So until that happens, a woman can't be all soft and feminine for you. I mean, I do think women should still be soft and feminine just for themselves. To let them know, like, I mean, even I am starting
Yeah.
to get used. I'm starting to like the patriarchy here in Africa.
Yes.
Because I have this Boda guy who,
Yes.
what he'll do is he'll open up the door for me.
Yeah.
Like he will take my bags or whatever.
Yes.
Like if I'm shopping, he'll
Yes.
go, he'll hold the carts for
Yes.
me
Yes.
and all that stuff. So
Yes.
I'm liking it. I
Open
remember
the gate for you.
Exactly. I remember one time I was in the store, right, and I went to go get pizza, and I had like this huge bag of groceries. I think it was yesterday. And he took the pizza because I was holding it, or I guess I don't know, because he doesn't speak English.
Right.
But I was looking at him. I was like, I gave him the heavier bag, and I took the pizza. And I was like, I'm liking this.
Yes.
I ain't gotta be holding no bag, trying to be all strong and show off that I'm strong. No, I am a woman. You're a man. You're stronger than me, obviously.
Yes.
Please hold my heavy bag. So
Yes.
I have 6 in my hand. And I was like, I'm happy. And that sometimes
And
when
they're happy to do it.
Yes, and I remember there's another time where I went to the store or whatever, and this guy, I was buying some stuff or whatever, and he said, oh, don't worry about the extra 1,000 or whatever, you keep the money. And I was like, oh, okay. And usually I'm like, well, no, because I think of it sometimes like a little bit like zakat or charity or tip, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
So even I'm learning how to let the men do their man thing, you know, because I'm used to, I mean, obviously I'm the child of a single mom, so I had to kind of be like the mother, you know, and so as a disciplinarian for my brother sometimes. Yeah. So I feel like that's what we're learning now.
Yes.
But you are crazy as hell to think that an American woman is going to sit down here and listen to you when you're not even practicing do that.
With your tight shirt and see-through top.
I know. And the buttons that are coming out
for your chest here to show.
I mean,
bruh,
please.
Sit your ass down somewhere. I should say ass to another book somewhere.
He's not asking.
Sit your ass down somewhere.
Yes.
Get on my nerves.
Oh, anyway, y'all, we can spend 20 minutes.
We are going to...
No, we can wrap up with the 30 minutes. It's okay.
It is? You sure?
We'll end it at 30 minutes.
Okay.
It will just take a little longer to go. But let's...
So, sorry that took so long. But
we just had to. You know, as Muslims, we have to say it. We have to speak on these things.
Yes, because some other people
will
might not feel comfortable saying it, or they may not know because they're not Muslims.
Or some people will actually think this is just how Islam is, and we cannot be sitting here like, oh, well, you know, that's how it is. It's not true. No. It's not true. That's not how the man is supposed to be, because God did not put men in charge for that.
Yes. So, next, how about Debbie and Osama? Debbie has she has taken some advice of her son. She went to an attorney.
Well, she just tried to show him that, oh, you know, he's not taking my money or everything's going to be fine.
Right, but she's going to go do this prenup. So she went to the attorney to go do a prenup. However, you know how I know Debbie's going to give that man money?
Because she asked if they have a happily ever after, can she start dropping money on him then?
Yeah, and the woman...
So you're probably already doing it, Debbie. Please stop lying.
So you know what the attorney says? Because the attorney already knows. She look at you like saying, and she's an older woman too.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, you can always have a joint bank account with him. So you know exactly what you put in there.
Yeah.
Maybe open up a joint bank account like you have your money somewhere, you take some money of that out and put it in a joint bank account with him.
Right.
You know. But yeah, Debbie gonna get Osama some money. Okay?
Probably.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna pay for the apartment, whatever. Josh, is that your name? Her son. There's nothing you can do, Julian. There's nothing you can do except you take yourself to Morocco and go see for yourself.
Exactly.
But your mom is like going on with her life, and all I can say is, you go, mama.
I mean, and the son really just has to butt out. I mean, if she gets burned, she gets burned. But I mean, this woman is pushing 70.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
she wants to be happy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
How about Jen and Rishi? I think we talked about it a little bit.
Introducing him as a friend.
He's going through all this stuff. Wear the Indian outfit. Come to my family. I'm going to introduce you as a friend. First of all, I'm very happy that Jen did not have sex with him that first night and was like, you know, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? And he's all like, that man had the nerve to tell her, well, I don't know what the point is because we've been engaged for 2 years and we have already like been intimate. And she's just like, well, this is a different time. This is what I want to do now. And I'm happy, and I hope she sticks to it.
You have to stick through it because at this point, it seems like this man is just going to be stringing you along.
I know, and he knew that day, that very day when he finally left Jen, that his mama was bringing some woman who they have asked for a proposal with him to come by the house. So he already knows that.
I know.
You know, and then the thing is too, Jen, you're sitting there, you're like, oh, that looks too fancy for me, and why did you even bother to go in the store? Just tell him that you're gonna wear your own clothes.
Yeah.
Wear your own stuff. Like, this is the problem I have with these foreign men. You get a woman from the West, you want her, or you marry a foreigner. I don't care who she is. It could be a woman from another African country or whatever. You get a woman from somewhere else that's not your woman, she's not Indian, and you want to make her into Indian. I don't understand why you just could not find a nice Indian woman where you were at.
They want the best of both worlds, but you can never have it.
And then
she's from a different culture.
No, and then you're trying to explain to her, well, you know, like, I am it, you know, like I'm the key in the family. I'm the main thing, you know. I just can't, whatever. Well, if you knew all of that, that should have made you think, since you're the main person, you're the head of the family, blase, 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 you should have married an Indian then. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. Anyway, let me leave it at that. Isabel and Gabriel. You know what I think? This is what I'm gonna say. You know what I think these foreign men are looking for with their women, and why they don't marry their women? They actually think, probably erroneously, that American women are very wild and dead or something. Like women in the West, right?
Yeah.
I can do all kinds of things with them, and they're more free sexually. You actually don't know that. Women are women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who is to say you're going to get that woman?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you meet an Indian woman and talk to her and be honest with things that you, whatever, or things that you like or don't like or whatever.
There? I mean,
it is there. Yeah, you know, but what I'm saying is that why don't you just
what
be
is
honest?
Kama Sutra though? Is it what, a sex position?
I think it's different sex positions. I really have not really looked at Kama Sutra.
So one of our subscribers said there was a whole book on it. That
there is a book. There is a book. I have seen the book in the library when I used to go to Books A Million or Barnes and Noble. I don't know, those people, things are open. But you will see these books come, you say Kama Sutra, it has all these kind of poses with naked people. But yeah, it's like different positions to really get everything going very well. Now, anyway, the thing is, let me just say this, okay? These are things that you can actually teach and learn, and this could be something that could be really beautiful for you and your spouse.
Right.
To travel that road together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. So anyhow, moving right along. They didn't talk about Isabel and Gabriel. Actually, they did. I think he really wants to be part of the family. He really
but he
wants
doesn't want to have any secrets and everything.
He wants her family to know. I don't know.
I just don't think there's any points, because if they don't accept you, then what? Well, I guess you don't want to be a liar or be deceiving. I mean, we always talk about being deceiving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I guess.
I mean, be deceiving to the partner. The family I don't care about, because this is a relationship between you and this person.
So
right
you
here.
wouldn't care if I brought home somebody who's transgender and I didn't tell you?
I will not care.
You wouldn't want to know?
No, I will not. I actually would care less.
Okay.
I could care less, and the reason why,
Well,
at the end of the
wouldn't
day,
a parent want to know that though?
No.
Like when you're asking,
I don't
when are
think so.
you guys not going to have grandkids?
Yeah.
Because then you have to bring it up.
well, then you can bring it up then, or you can just say whatever.
So you
my
rather
wife,
know years later?
No, you can always say my wife is unable to get children. We're going to adopt. I mean, nobody's in your business. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
I
this is.
I feel like
I don't know. I just
no point.
I just don't think there's any point. Like when I'm talking about deceit, and I don't like deceit.
Yeah.
It's to your person, your partner. That's what I'm talking about. Don't
So
be
you feel like the family
with
doesn't
your
have to
partner.
know?
I don't think it's necessary. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't think this is something you now come sit down here, look at my picture. Was it Carlo? Look at my own one. The man now. I went through this, so this is why I'm putting something on my underwear. Listen. I don't care. I honestly don't care. But I think that's something. You know what? I mean, this whole thing about people having to come to different members of family and confess, like, makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People are too much into letting everybody know all of your business.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. It really is not. It's the same thing with a woman going, husband, let me tell you everything. Yes, I was with this man, and I was with another one, and I was with 100 more, and it's not. And I certainly don't want my husband to come tell me how many people you've been with. I actually don't care. You keep that to yourself, and your memories, don't bring it to me. I don't want to know.
Because then the person's thinking about it and all that. It just sets up drama, really.
I just don't understand. We have some kind of odd need in life for everyone to know every damn thing.
You can really
And
just
it's
tell
not
God
necessary.
and just leave it there. Leave it at his feet.
I think that we are becoming too much. It's just like Darcy going to open up her bottom for her sister to shave her, when she should be able to shave her bottom. I mean,
You can reach. It's not like you. It's
Darcy, if you were as fat as I am, and you like it's very hard, and you gotta do all these contortions, then I'll say something. But you should be able to I mean, at your weight, you should be able to reach back there. I don't know why.
There's
First
no
of all,
reason for it. Anyway, we have to talk about that
and my
on another
thing is
video,
this:
Mom.
why do you even have to do it in front of the camera? Anyway, we talk about when we talk about the rest of the states.
We got
It's too
2
much.
minutes.
Okay, Danielle and Johan, they didn't show them at all. Chris and Jamie. Let me just say this real quick. Chris is a nutbag,
Absolutely.
and next week, Jamie says the right thing. She is a psychopath. She goes to go buy some gun, and is slashing around in the air, making stabbing movements. I told you from the top.
Run, Jimmy, run!
It seems like she's trying to intimidate this woman. She's trying to show like her dominance. And it's so different from when she was in America, putting on some fairy wings and going around like she's some damn pixie dust. As soon as she came to a foreign country, or let's just say I don't call worlds third worlds and stuff,
No.
but quote unquote third or second world country. I don't believe in that because, as far as I'm concerned,
Who the hell is
any
this?
country that I come from is first world. So
Hello?
that would be Sierra Leone's first world, as far as I'm concerned.
Snap,
But
snap. Africa
you guys know
is
what
first
I'm
world
saying.
Country. Hello?
You know, but you guys understand what I'm saying. This girl in America, she's doing all these light as a feather. She leaves her country where people look down on her in the town she lives in.
Yeah.
Come to a third world or a second world country. I don't know what it's considered. And decides to kind of want to like put this woman down and who she is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She now has this effing entitled attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When she was over there with her people, she
There's
wasn't
none
like
of that.
this.
There's none of
Because
that.
they're there looking down on her.
Yeah.
Okay? But over here, she knows what, our Americans, they think of me greatly or whatever. And she's really rocking that role. And it's just disgusting. And Jamie needs to let her know where it's at.
Yeah.
And move on. Because why are you buying a knife and making stabby things? Jamie, you think that woman is a psychopath? Please move. Just
Yeah.
let her get the hell out of your country and leave her be. It's not worth the headache.
I know.
Okay, go talk to Mohammed and see. That last one, Mohammed, I cannot remember that woman's name. Ooh, the woman who was peeing on him. Danielle.
That
Go
crazy
talk to him
dingbat.
and just see.
How left
Is
it
it
really
even
go?
worth it? It's
No.
not worth it. It's
Not
not
at
worth
all.
your dignity and just, it's not even worth it. It's not worth
Yeah.
it. This lady is one step, whew. Anywho, that was it for 90 Day
I know.
Fiance. We look forward to seeing the other one. It looked like this is going to be a doozy up in
Yeah.
these streets, 90 Day Fiance.
I know.
It's going to be something. The
Hot
only
mess.
couple that I like is Debbie and her 24-year-old Osama.
How?
The old one that I'm liking, Osama and Debbie.
Well, we haven't seen them go.
We have not actually even seen Osama, so we don't even know how we've seen him, but we haven't seen them together.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for Debbie. You find yourself some young man, you go get your the good times, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
but it's Mary.
and Amma.
Hey, what y'all like?
Share
Subscribe
and comment.
down below.